Hey, hello, welcome. So let me set. Today is a new episode. And what will we do today? Let me show you what we will do. Hello. Here is my Elgato HD60 X. And if you've seen an earlier video in which I showed the nail drop of that day, then you could have seen that I got this one, and also that day I got this Atari D400 Mini. So what we'll do today is I will unbox the HD60 X and of course also unbox the 400 Mini, and then on my HP Omen laptop I will test this. There is one issue that I will talk about later on. So, and one thing before we start. Let's go back to me. One thing before we start. All this equipment, everything so far I showed on my channel has been purchased by me. So there's no sponsor involved. All right, let's begin. This is the HD60 X. There's HDMI in, there's USB-C, there's HDMI out. So here's HDMI high speed with Ethernet cable. And here is the USB to USB-C cable, 3.05 gigabyte per second. This is a sticker. The important safety instructions. And then on this card, if you can see it, well, there is download Elgato 4K capture utility to get started. So let's go to the laptop. Okay, so here is my laptop. It's a HP Omen laptop. The problem here is that it has not many USB ports. So it has one USB-C port, and it has on this side one USB port, and on that side also and in that side I have 2 USB ports. So there is 3 normal USB ports and 1 USB-C port. And the devices that I need to connect is I have my my Elgato HD60 X, and there is the webcam. This one, and then I have my microphone that I need to connect. So yeah, in theory it should be possible. Now, of course, I don't want to connect any of these, ideally any of these, to a USB hub, because that would like this USB hub, because that would make it will give problems with the speed. Now for the microphone, I think that would work, but for the capture card not, and also not for the webcam. Now, of course, I also need to connect my keyboard and my mouse. So let's see how it will go. Okay, let's now do the unboxing of the Atari D400 Mini. Let me see how to open this. We have the 400 Mini. Then we have this joystick. Joystick. Feels great. Right. Then there is a quick start guide, and in here I'm guessing that this will contain the power cable. So here is a USB cable, and this looks like AC line. But no power cable, except, well, I guess this is the USB. It's the power cable. So that's everything that's inside this box. Go to the Elgato download site. First we need to download a tool, a program. And that is the 4K capture utility. This is the one. And it's downloading. This will take a minute. Let's run it. Yeah, I want to run it. Okay. Next. End user license agreements. I accept. It's a good default designation folder. So next. Install. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure that this is really straightforward, easy. So, but yeah, you have to do this step. All right. All right. I have a lot of stuff, as you can see. Here's the Elgato HD60 X, which I will have to connect to the laptop via the USB cable. Then here we have the D400. Now that one comes with a USB power cable, which I will connect that to power. And then here we have the USB for the joystick. And then there is of course also a HDMI cable, which I need to connect to the Elgato HD60 X. So let's first connect the USB of the Elgato. As you can see, this USB is the webcam, and then here is still one USB 3, in which I will put the Elgato device. Let's put it in. Right. Now might have a problem. This port is not USB 3.0 apparently. Let's move you over here. So on this side I have two more USB ports, and I open one of them is USB 3.0. Should be. Well, open one of them is. Because if not, my test already failed. Let's see what it says on my screen. Okay, so the conclusion is that I cannot use the Elgato HD60 X with this laptop, because this laptop has no blue USB 3.0 ports, and I will show that on the screen. Which is a pity, because that means that I cannot do any recording of my gaming devices, like the 400 Atari or PlayStation 5 or whatever device I want to record my gameplay from. So that is a disappointment, but that's how it goes sometimes. So, as you could have seen, my test failed. My conclusion is that it is not possible to use the Elgato HD60 X with the HP Omen laptop if that laptop has no blue USB 3.0 ports. And I thought, before trying this, I really would have thought that it would work, but it doesn't. Now, this means that what I need to do is buy components for a new PC, which I was already planning to do. And of course, in a new video, I will talk about that, show the building in of all the components for the PC. I only expected that this wouldn't be needed as soon as it is needed. So that is a disappointment, and it's disappointment that I could not show you any gameplay of the Atari D400 Mini. Then you have to wait until another time. So yeah, thank you for watching, and you can subscribe. It is free, but it would really help me, help this channel grow. Giving a thumbs up also helps for the YouTube algorithm. And also on this side, I show a few things that happened during this weekend. I got my sixth subscriber, and one video got more than 1,000 views, and on a channel I've had 10,000 hours of watch time, and that is really great. So see you next time on a new episode of Ari's Quest Log.